Well, I think they said you're the first guy to win this as a player and a coach. So, you know,
That
that's
means
something.
you got really good teammates a long time ago, you got great coaching a long time ago, and you're surrounded by great players now and a great coaching staff. So I'm just along for the ride. I just am here. As a player at Mississippi State, I got to enjoy a whole lot of winning, and somewhere I have 3 rings from Mississippi State. But this is a thrill for me because our players, this is something that's tangible. You know, a lot of times in life you can make a lot of progress, but a trophy is tangible, and you know, to be able to kids to touch it and say we're the champions. You know, even if it's just 1 week of work, it's very beneficial to us. I'm just so proud of our kids for grinding this thing out, competing the way they did.
Ross coming in 5 scoreless innings. Of course, he hit the batter in the 9th, but he was just marvelous there in those 5 innings.
Yeah, Ross was just about. He's so hard to hit because there's so much power sink. I know fans, you know, maybe Vanderbilt fans and our fans are going, man, why can't they square this up? Why can't they just? And there's so much movement. So even though it's 82, 83, and it was probably less than that when he got a little more tired because he pitched in multiple games in this tournament, but it's just hard to get to the middle of something that's sinking that hard down. But he's exactly what the doctor ordered today. We needed some balls that didn't find barrels, some mishit balls, and when we got the opportunity, we turned some double plays, we ran some balls. Brent makes a great play in the outfield, Marcus makes a great play in the outfield. And, you know, we did what we do. We defend and pitch, and when the run is available to us, we've been fortunate we've been able to score some.
What were you thinking there in the 9th inning? Vanderbilt, everybody's saying they're coming by team. They did it in the semifinal. They get 2 guys on. But I'm sure you're probably feeling okay because you know you got Reed and Stratton ready if you need it.
Yeah, you know, the concern is, you know, the left-handed hitter versus Reed. And your other concern is Stratton. You know, even in his best starts, the first couple of hitters, you know, in and out of the strike zone, and then he settles in. Boy, as a reliever, you don't have time. You know, you just don't have time to settle into the strike zone. But he came in and just showed so much maturity, so much moxie, and just shoved it in the strike zone with his slider and his fastball. And just acted like he'd done that a million times, even though that's really the only time this year he's done that.
I think one key was they had like 6 stolen bases yesterday. I don't think they had one today, and y'all kind of kept them from playing that style a little bit.
Well, again, you know, you got a left-handed on the mound that can help with the running game, and of course, you know, we're doing a good job controlling it in terms of picks and looks and everything else. But it's harder to run when you're behind, so we get the lead, and that makes it more difficult. But Tim Corbin's an outstanding coach; he did a great job. If you give them a crack, you give them a little seam, a little opportunity, they'll take advantage of it. And I just felt like today we stayed away from giving them those opportunities.
Tim Corbin mentioned in there that you would not be surprised to see you guys in Omaha with your pitching, and he said, I think, in fact, I'd bet on it. But people are starting to notice you guys quite a bit now in the national scene. How do you think you guys are going to handle this one of this next week?
Well, I think they handled it great. You know, I was kind of concerned, you know, there's 12,000 people here today, and I'm guessing 11,900 of them were Mississippi State people, and I was a little concerned they'd be a little bit too jacked up. And then I'm thinking, well, no, not really. I mean, this is 6 games in 6 days. You know, probably gonna be a little bit tired. But what those fans did for us today was just amazing. But your question about moving on to postseason, hey, our kids have done an unbelievable job. And Mitch said it best in that press conference about focusing in one pitch at a time. And I know that's coach speak, but you can't win the big one without focusing in one pitch at a time. And I think our kids have shown the ability to do that.
Is this stretch here for Adam about as good as he's been since he's been here? Fielding and hitting and everything?
When you're talking about a collection of guys in Slaughter and Frazier, guys who have such a high baseball IQ, just get it. They really understand pitch sequences. They understand what they're looking for. They understand about getting the barrel in a good path to the baseball.
Yeah.
They get it, and they don't go to emotion when things don't go their way. They go to figure it out, which is something that's important to us. But we have a bunch of kids who really understand figuring out the process, and it's great to see them get rewarded.
I know it's easier to reflect on this when the season's over, but what does this mean as far as building the program back up in the championship?
Well, it's huge because, you know, I think what we've done the second half of this season in the league, and 21 SEC wins speaks volumes. I don't know if that's the most in the league, but it's got to be tied or close. I think you want to be playing the best baseball at the end, and I think right now, you know, we're playing as good a baseball as anybody in our league, and certainly, you know, hopefully around the country. But you got to start the whole process over again, you know, next week. But in terms of building a program, to have older guys, especially older pitchers, set the path, set the standard for the younger guys. it's just critical because that's what everybody else in the league has going right now.
Played 6 straight days. Do you let the guys sleep for the next 48 hours?
You know what? We're going to let them sleep for sure, but I think it's important. We've got to do a little workout, not baseball related, but a little workout tomorrow to get their blood going. Probably, to get the lactic acid moving. Probably give them Tuesday off and just move them around a little bit more tomorrow afternoon, and then really start to do our preparation on Wednesday and Thursday. For whoever we're going to play. And that'll take a lot of time and effort to find film and everything else to make sure that we're ready for the regional.
Disappointed at all? You didn't get a host?
No, I don't think you can be disappointed. I knew that we'd have to fight our tails off just to get the conversation. I'd like to think we're part of the conversation, but does that really matter? No. We're going to have to go on the road and win some baseball games, probably in a hostile territory. So we'll find out where we're going. But I like our club. I like where we are. And, maybe you get a chance to host the Super Regional. It's been done before, and we'll just hold out hope. And you got to win that regional before you even talk about the Supers. But really proud of our kids, and I don't think they'll be disappointed. I think they're going to go fight their hearts out wherever we go.